that little column in between, that reference column, when you're in the New Testament and you look in that column, the verse that you're reading, and there's an Old Testament reference, go back into the Old Testament and say, what is that connection? Because you're very often going to find, wow, what he's teaching here is also taught there. And in the New Testament, we should be asking questions like, how is this passage preparatory for the gospel, illustrate the gospel, or flow from the gospel? In other words, how does this relate to the death, burial, and resurrection of our Lord? Jesus was crucified, not stoned, so that he would not only be killed, but cursed by God as well. For it is written, cursed is everyone who is hung on a tree. You find that in Deuteronomy 21:23 and Galatians 3:13. It's all one story. Ask the question, what Old Testament passage points to this story in the New Testament? The Old Testament sacrifices are pointing to the New Testament sacrifice of Christ. And then again, what redemptive themes are illustrated in the passage in the New Testament? Salvation, deliverance, mediation, adoption, and it could be that there's a parallel in the Old Testament. And then think about things corporately, not just individualistically. We tend to be individualistic here in our culture, and you need to ask the question, what is God doing corporately? So when he saves Noah in the flood, he's not just saving one man, he's saving the remnant of righteousness, this righteous line. If he wiped out all of humanity, we would all be dead. There would be no Jesus. There'd be no connection to Adam. So Noah is not just a